Hello everyone, Laughing Maniac here. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers is only a few months away, but despite the numerous streams and the videos that I've been seeing, I'm not really oblivious to what Marvel's has for us in store. As far as what I know is it's kind of like a loot game, kind of like Destiny 2. It's a combo-based action game, a co-op game, a story-focused game, is from what I'm all gathering. For the story, we know that Avengers takes place on A-Day, where the Avengers are celebrating the new headquarters being opened up, and then a whole bunch of stuff just goes wrong. The Avengers helicarrier explodes, and then Terrigen Mist storms the city, and I guess gives people new powers, and pretty much I figure we call them the Inhuman. Captain America apparently dies during the disaster, which causes the Marvel's Avengers to disband, blaming each other for the catastrophic event. And then a new scientific organization, Advanced Idea Mechanics, better known as AIM, resumes the role to protect the city in place of the Avengers. And claiming that they are going to research and try to cure the humans who have been infected and give superpowers. They're calling it a plague. And then it follows Kamala Khan, known as Miss Marvel, a local fan of the Avengers, and is one of the ones who is the new Inhuman, and discovers that AIM's motives really aren't what they're saying they are. And she tries to reassemble the Avengers, and then players will be able to see the team get back together to take down AIM and MODOK. During the campaign, players will work to rebuild a helicarrier named Chimera. And then also Marvel Avengers has two different kinds of missions. There are hero missions and there are war missions. The hero missions usually involve playing like a single player, tailored to the hero's special abilities and special story. And it's just like their personal story. It is also one player, so it's not multiplayer. Here in this personal story mission, we have Thor. He is coming back from doing what he is doing, and we get to see him come and help the Avengers. And I'll let you guys see a little bit of this video.
Thank you.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods!
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
I was serving the Commodus when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It is unbelievably good to see you.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter. He's here now.
So, the false god returns. Why? You did what you were supposed to do, Thor. You gave up your power. You should have stayed forgotten.
Never, when mortals are at peril. Where do you hide, Doctor? Can you not face me?
Look around. I'm everywhere.
What are these things? They're drilling into the deck!
Something Carlton cooked up to crash the Chimera. Fun, aren't they?
Oh, hello. Just like old times.
And then for the Warzone missions, these seem like they're cooperative, like multiplayer. Kind of like similar to like Destiny 2 strikes, where there's just a group of 3 or 4 people that go into it and then they finish it. Players can come together, can select different heroes, but apparently the game doesn't allow for duplicate heroes. And also, if you want to play solo, you can choose to play with AI companions, Warzones are also repeatable missions and much more open than what hero missions would be. They feature large environments, tight indoor areas, and bosses. Players can even combine powers of 2 heroes to beat down an AI enemy or do a team move. From what I know, players can also select different regions of the map, which they can change like the biome or location on the, I want to say it's a war table. It is also possible that there'll be more missions, kind of like raids, like in Destiny 2 or The Division 2. But Crystal Dynamics hasn't spoken much about endgame activities yet so far. But during the hero missions, you'll be working with the Resistance. Players will also work along different factions like the Inhuman Alliance, the former SHIELD agents. The stream that I've seen specifically mentions heroes like Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan. Players can also rank up their reputation with these factions to unlock new rewards, new powers. And on these different missions, players will be able to take control of either any of the different 6 heroes that we are going to be able to play as, such as Black Widow, Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Ms. Marvel, and Thor. Each of these heroes play differently and has a unique skill tree and different loot. In a more traditional loot game, these heroes seem to be entirely unique, such as like different classes, with their own strengths and weaknesses. And in terms of villains, players, well, we're going to run into Taskmaster, and we've seen Abomination, as well as MODOK. We'll likely see some more villains along the way, because I feel they haven't showed all the different villains and heroes will be showing. Marvel's Avengers looks like a detailed loot game, very similar to Destiny 2. I know I keep saying that, people are probably like, stop comparing it. But players will embark on these missions. They'll get new pieces of gear and equip them to specific heroes. Each different gear pieces have perks that can change how abilities interact, and some gear even part of a set, which also gives a bonus when combined. Like other gear games, loot is color coded. Like gold is beyond legendary, maybe exotic. We don't know how they're going to call it, but that's the way it looks. The loot is also specific to certain heroes. Players will get drops for Iron Man gloves, which only he can use. Players will use various different currencies to unlock perks on their gear, encouraging a kind of investment to player loot. Each hero also has his or her own suite of abilities and multiple skills trees for upgrades. Heroes battle with light and heavy attacks as well as special attacks, like Iron Man's missiles or Thor's hammer. Players can upgrade combos in certain areas to help build their heroes. Also coming with each different gear pieces is different elements to it. Sort of like on each different gear pieces, like this one showing right now is Iron Man. He's using pin particles, which he is shrinking an enemy, as you can see. And then the next one that I'm about to show you is Iron Man using gamma rays, which is also changing the color of his gear. They also said that this would be for any different kind of hero, so depending on what you're using for each different gear pieces or what it comes with, it will change every look from your abilities. Also seen with each different gear pieces, when you do moves together with different people, it will do like a team attack, like just seen here. And then later on you'll see as Thor powers up, he also powers up Iron Man as a defense boost. Each different character has different ways of helping or giving bonuses, protecting people, or the other players. Players can also customize their look in Marvel's Avengers, but a hero gear does not affect their aesthetic. Instead, players can like put on different costumes which work like skins in something like a League of Legends. These are just purely cosmetic. They have no power bonuses or doesn't help you at all. And for the 2 ways that we know how to get these costumes, it is by completing in-game events, story missions, and then the other one would be able to purchase costumes from like an online store. Crystal Dynamics has also previously announced there's no loot boxes, no pay-to-win items, and players. So players don't have to spend money for costumes. Crystal Dynamics has previously announced no loot boxes or pay-to-win items in Marvel's Avengers, so these costumes will likely be direct purchases, and that's pretty much how the game will pretty much get its money. But for like unique costumes that we've seen so far that I've seen is characters like Miss Marvel, the Grey Hulk for Hulk, and a variety of Iron Man suits taken from the comics. So we already know there's going to be frequent updates from what they announced. But once Marvel's Avengers arrives in September, players can dive into the game's story and start improving their heroes. Yeah, like I said, they like to plan to update the game regularly with new heroes, new regions, missions, and stories. All this new content will be free, so there's no loot boxes. The new updates and new DLCs will be free, and pretty much they'll be supported by the costume marketplace. And in terms of what heroes they may add, the studio has already started to tease Hank Pym, better known as Ant-Man, and a special teaser trailer. We see Pym shrink a giant tank with some kind of shrink ray cannon. It is possible Pym plays a role in a story. We won't actually probably get to see Ant-Man in his suit, but it seems like a more likely like a first addition to the game. We also have a special tweet from the head of creative of Marvel Games, Bill Roseman. He also responded to Hawkeye fans on Twitter, saying, "We hear you, we love Clint too. Stay tuned, true believers." So there we might eventually see Clint come as Hawkeye into the game, which sounds very cool. Crystal Dynamics has also teased an in-game version of Captain Marvel, a hint that she may also come to the game. It is in the latest War Table stream. Crystal Dynamics mentioned plans to unveil their first post-launch hero soon, so keep in mind for that. I'll have that in my channel later on when they do. So August is shaping up to be the next beta month for Square Enix. August 7th through the 9th. PlayStation gets the first beta. It's going to be closed beta only for the people who pre-ordered. And then August 14th through the 16th, PlayStation Advantage open beta and Xbox/PC closed beta. For the second beta weekend, we'll open the entire PS4 community as part of our PlayStation Advantage partnership. Additionally, those who have pre-ordered Marvel's Avengers on Xbox or PC will be able to jump in and play. Preload will be available on August 13th. And then August 21st, open beta for all. August 21st through 23rd will give all fans across all platforms a chance to jump in and play the Marvel's Avengers beta. Preload will be available on August 20th. So that's what we know so far. This has been it. If you like and subscribe and you want to see more of this, I'll be playing it on the pre-order dates listed before. And I will see you in the next video.